You've ceramic coated your bike and made the surface of it really hydrophobic. Dirt and grime struggles to stick to it. But over time, that surface gets contaminated and clogged up, and then it starts to be less effective. You can see my dirty ceramic coated bike here. So in this video, we're going to show you how to decontaminate that ceramic coat and therefore rejuvenate it to make sure that it's still super hydrophobic, keeping your bike clean. The first step we're going to do is a pre-wash stage. So I'm going to spray some bike cleaner on the frame, on the drivetrain, and let that sit for a couple of minutes and then rinse it off with the hose. This will take off a lot of this surface dirt, but not all of it. The reason why we do this and we don't go straight in with a contact wash with a wash mitt rubbing on the frame is all this dirt would effectively create like liquid sandpaper. It's quite abrasive and we don't want that to mar the frame, mar the lacquer. It'll dull the paint, it'll scratch it, cause little micro scratches. It's not good. So we do the pre-wash first. Also at this stage I would normally go all in at like degreasing the drivetrain, but because the focus of this video is on just the frame protection, frame cleaning and rejuvenating that ceramic coat, we're just going to focus on that. So just by spraying some surfactant onto the bike and letting it sit and doing this pre-wash stage, that helps lift some of that dirt off rather than just rinsing it down. It's a more effective way of sort of initially cleaning it. While that pre-wash stage is just doing its magic, before I rinse it off, I'm gonna prepare the actual contact wash stage. And so for that, I'm using Silka's Ultimate Bike Wash, which is a specially developed sort of shampoo for bikes. There's some cool chemistry going on with the surfactants that are in here that make them very bike specific. They don't damage your paintwork or anything. If chemistry can be, I think chemistry's cool. Chemistry's cool. Anyway, in here, what we're gonna do is do a contact wash. So I'm gonna put this into a bucket and then I'm gonna zhuzh it up with the hose pipe to create lots of suds. And then I'm gonna use a wash mitt on the frame to do the contact wash. I really like getting lots of suds and using a wash mitt because a wash mitt's nice and soft. It's not abrasive. It's what you'd use on a car. And so using it on a bike is not gonna damage the paintwork in the way that harsh brushes can. I'm really not a fan of using abrasive brushes because they do mar and scratch the lacquer and sort of just dull the paint on your bike. Don't use brushes on your frame. Look at all those suds. Oh yes. So the suds there, I'm now gonna rinse off the pre-wash stage. Now, you don't need to use a jet wash on this. And you can clean bikes with jet washers effectively, but I think most people damage their bikes when they use jet washers because they're not wary enough of bearings and surfaces that you don't want to jet wash. So a hose pipe like this is sufficient. It's got enough power when you're using good cleaning products. That pre-wash has removed a lot of that surface dirt. The bike's a lot cleaner, but it's still dirty. You can see though, the ceramic coat's still there. I mean, you're getting like not so light beading of water up on the surface, but it's nowhere near as effective as it was. So we're going in with the wash mitt on the surface. The best way to do this is to start from the top and work your way down. One of the nice things about this stuff is it doesn't leave residue on your bike once you rinse it off, as some cleaning products can do, which is going to be important for the next step. So we're just going to rinse this off again. Don't need a jet wash. Just the surfactants in there will do a good job of unclogging the ceramic coat and decontaminating it. Rinse it off, then it should be good. Another common mistake I see people do is using washing up liquid, dish soap, on their bikes. People use it on their cars as well. That stuff's bad. It's great for cleaning your casserole dish. It's not designed for your bike or your car. It will mar the paint. It can damage the lacquer. It's just too powerful. Right, let's go. So now we've decontaminated the surface of the frame, you can see all that beautiful beading again of the water on there as the ceramic coat is doing its job. But to care for the ceramic coat and maintain it, we're gonna do a further treatment to it to make it even better. And to do that, we're gonna use this ultimate graphene spray wax from Silka. So if you imagine the surface of your bike, even when it's been ceramic coated, if you looked at it under a microscope, it's not perfectly smooth or flat. It's very jagged, it's rigid, it's got peaks and troughs like a sort of microscopic mountain range. Now, by adding this graphene wax spray, what that's able to do is sort of smooth that out, fill in those gaps, and therefore reduce the surface friction and therefore the mechanical grip that the surface has on a microscopic level, meaning water will have a steeper contact angle and dirt and water can just fall off more easily. So with the graphene spray, what I'm doing, as I said, is spraying it onto the microfiber cloth, getting that saturated with it, wiping it on, leaving it for 2 to 3 minutes. It's like cures a little bit, helps bond it to the surface, and then take a fresh microfiber cloth and we'll just buff it off, wipe it off, good to go. Another nice bonus of applying a treatment like this to your surface of your bike is by filling in those little imperfections. Light gets caught in those imperfections too. So by filling them in, you're enhancing the surface finish of the bike visually. It's like effectively polishing it. So wipe on with one side of the towel and the other side, simply wipe off. So I've buffed off the excess graphene spray on there now. The graphene's on, that's enhancing and protecting the coat. You could leave it there, but we're gonna go a step further because Silka recommends that you then apply their ultimate ceramic waterless wash, which contains silicon dioxide. So ceramic coats are made up of silicon, silicon-derived compounds, siloxanes, but silicon dioxide adds a sort of sacrificial layer that's able to bond to the ceramic coat on top of that and just add some added hydrophobicity and some added protection and a bit of added extra gloss as well. So we're gonna add that on there, and again, it's simple, shake it up, we spray it onto a microfiber, leave it a couple of minutes, let it cure a bit, then just buff it off with a fresh microfiber. I've wiped off the silicon dioxide, the ceramic waterless wash. What I'm now going to do is just spray the bike with some water, just so that you can see how it's now activated that ceramic coating, and it is just now really hydrophobic and just water's just beading up on it. Look at that, the water just beaded up beautifully. It's like running off. You can see it struggling to stick to it. It's just dripping off, like just static now without even moving. It's just running down. That's good. Well, a clean bike is a fast bike. Look after your bike and it'll be, it'll look after you, and it'll just be worth more when you come to sell it, if you come to sell it in the future, because it'll just be looking nice and sharp. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's answered your questions about how to maintain and look after a ceramic coat properly and how to keep your bike looking. If you have, give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe for more like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye.